Hey, thanks for joining me today. This is Pastor Laf, and we're in Psalm chapter 78. And last couple of days we've been in this chapter. We are right around verse 19, it looks like. Wow, 72 verses. Verse 19 asked a critical question, which really wasn't a question, it was a statement. Verse 19 said, yes, they spoke against God. They didn't just ask. It wasn't just, can God do this? It was a doubt. It was wondering if God is truly able to do what he said he would do. They said, how do they speak against God? They said, can God prepare a table in the wilderness? Is God able to really take care of us? Is he all that he's implied that he is? That's an insinuation that God is not capable of caring or taking care of his people. And we know that is absolutely not true. When God over and over says, I can do it, I will do it, I promise that I will, and we continually question him, then what we are doing is making an insinuation that he is a liar. No wonder he gets mad. Verse 20, behold, he struck the rock so that the waters gushed out, and the streams overflowed. Can he also give us bread? Can he provide meat for his people? Insinuation. Therefore the Lord heard this and was furious. Hear that. He heard it and was furious. So a fire was kindled against Jacob, and anger also came up against Israel, because they did not believe in God and did not trust in his salvation. Understand, it's not just an innocent question, it is an expression of doubt in a God who proved himself over and over. Listen, God is impressed with faith. He wants you to believe him according to his word. It's the way he is. He's not a liar. And they were essentially calling him a liar. Verse 23, yet he commanded the clouds above and opened the doors of heaven. He rained down manna on them to eat. He gave them the bread of heaven. Men ate angels' food. He sent them food to the full. He caused an east wind to blow in the heavens, and by his power he brought in the south wind. He also rained meat on them like the dust, feathered fowl like the sand of the seas, and he let them fall in the midst of their camp, all around their dwellings. He brought the food to them and let the meat fall right there in their camp. I mean, think about how good God is. They still didn't believe. Verse 29. So they ate and were well filled, for he gave them their own desire. They were not deprived of their craving, but while their food was still in their mouths, the wrath of God came against them and slew the stoutest of them and struck down the choice men of Israel. Why? They disbelieved God, and so what he did, he said, fine. I was going to prove it to you anyway, but let me prove it to you now. Here's all the quail you can eat. And while you're eating, you unbelievers, you who think that you know me more, I will let you die. You will see my miracle, and then you'll be finished. Your life is over. Consider the last thing in your life, knowing that you called God a liar and that he proved that he would take care of you, and you breathed your last breath. Your last thought was, oh my, what have I said? What have I done? In spite of this, verse 32, they still sinned and did not believe in his wondrous works. Therefore their days he consumed in futility, and their years in fear. Verse 33, are your days consumed in futility? Do you find yourself going around in circles, not accomplishing anything much of value? Why? Do you disbelieve the God of heaven? Have you said, I'm a believer, but yet with your life, with your words, with your actions, you say, I do not believe? He consumed them in futility and their years in fear. What does fear do? It paralyzes you. Does God intend to use you? And has He spoken to you to move, to step out, to do something great? But every time you let fear paralyze you. And so you spend your life in futility, always wanting more, knowing that there's more, but never able to move beyond it because you disbelieve God. I challenge you today to hear the words in this psalm, to change your ways, to believe in Him, to seek Him, to seek out His will, and then to step out in it. Thank you for joining me today. God bless you. We will pick this up tomorrow. Bye-bye.